Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the vlog. I'm starting today's vlog off with a bit of sad news. So it's Tuesday morning. I'm down in Bradford. I had to borrow Carol's car, so I just dropped Carol off at work, and I am at the Sunset Grill famous all-day breakfast because I need to shoot a video like right now, get home, edit it, put it up today. And then before I come down and pick up Carol later on, I got to shoot another video for Wednesday because I think Carl might be coming to start editing the fishing shows on Thursday, which means, first thing Friday, I'm going to have to go out again, shoot another video for Friday. So it's being a little bit of it's going to be a busy week. And on top of that, I get a phone call from my buddy Jim. So Jim is the guy who arranges our football weekends with the boys. And so I'm not sure how he found out exactly, but Paul was in a motorcycle accident last night. And he was at a set of lights, stopped, and a transport truck rear-ended him. I guess they didn't notice that the light was red, and hit him, threw him 30 feet. And I think he might have a broken ankle. Something's broken in his leg. And I've only got bits and pieces. So once I got the news, I phoned Paul's phone number, and Sonia picked up his wife. And she was hysterical, of course. And they're doing x-rays and all that stuff. Apparently, after they examined him and everything last night, they were allowed to go home. And then they're back at the hospital today to do more checks. Why they didn't keep him overnight, I don't know. I don't know why the hospitals do what they do. Maybe his injuries weren't severe enough to justify him staying, because they probably did an array of x-rays and made sure his head was okay and made sure his spine and internal organs were as best as they could be, and said, you know what, you don't need to stay here overnight. And if you don't, maybe if they offered him, if you want to stay, you can stay. If you want to go home, he probably wanted to go home. Who wants to stay at the hospital? I don't want to stay at the hospital. If I can go home, I'm gonna go home. Anyway, so I'm gonna get this done. I texted him this morning just to see how he was doing. I haven't got a response yet, but yeah. Poor Paul. And it was funny because he just last week said he wants to come over, give me the motorcycle handbook so I can get my G license or my M license. I think when you do the test and you go to the MTO or wherever you go to get your license, you do like a written test. And then with that written test, you can actually ride a motorcycle, and but then you have to go for your license itself. And I can't remember, they used to call it a 90-day. Back in the day, we used to have a thing called the 365. So you'd actually get your 365, which allowed you to drive a car for 1 year, 365 days. And if you didn't get your license within that 365 days, then you'd have to actually go and get that test again. So there's the same thing with the motorcycle thing. And I don't think after what just happened, my wife will allow me to get on a motorcycle, because it wasn't even his fault. He's a great safe motorcyclist, and there's nothing he could do about it. What do you do when you're sitting at a stoplight? I just realized my steering wheel's in the wrong position for our food review. Oh, and then you turned on the windshield wipers. So no matter how safe you are on a motorcycle, there are unsafe drivers, and because you're on a motorcycle, you have no protection. So he did have good clothing on, he did have a helmet on, and hopefully those things saved his life. Let's get this food review done, and then we'll text him again. I am in the sunny, hot... Start again. Our Sunset Grill breakfast. Sunset omelet, it's called. Don't change it up, Ken. There you go, people. Thumbnail. All right, here we go. I don't like putting anything on my omelet except salt and pepper. Let's just get into this. I can't wait to do the pea meal bacon and see if I like tomatoes in my eggs. Check that out. scratch it, sniff it. Chances are the rest is mine. All done the Sunset Grill food review. I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler. Don't drink their coffee. Or don't order their coffee. Lights off. I'm going to have to go home immediately and plug these in to shoot another review later on. I'm trying to think of what I want to do later on. Apparently, Swiss Chalet has a bunch of poutines. Maybe I'll do that. Joanne Waller told me about that a while ago, but I'm not sure if they're still on the menu. I was going to pop in there and see if it is. No, it's not open yet. So, can't do that. I think I'll go down and see Paul. Just do a surprise visit and see if he's willing to speak about his situation. So let's first of all open these windows because it is crazy. It's gonna be like 30 degrees with the humidity, and so I think right now it is, swipe the watch, it is 21 degrees, but in this car it's like 35. So I'm gonna let the heat out. Let's go see Paul and see if he wants to talk. Went by Paul's house, gave Sonia a big hug. Paul's laid up on his couch. He apparently was definitely hit by a transport truck. The guy fell asleep at the wheel. Paul was sitting at the lights, like I said, and was rammed from behind. They figured the motorcycle took most of the impact, and of course he would go back and hit the car, the truck. But the windshield of the bike hit him in the face, and he didn't have a full head helmet on. He had just the top helmet on, so it smashed him in the face. I believe he's missing a tooth. Another tooth is crooked. He's all messed up on the face a little bit. I think he's going for surgery on Thursday for his ankle. I'm not sure exactly the extent of damage to his ankle. I think possibly there are tendons that have been removed from the bone or something like that. So I'll get more information on that as time goes on. So while we were yapping, I said, "Did you want me to go and take pictures of your motorcycle for you?" And he just, his eyes opened wider. Yes. And so I just went to the impound place with the proper paperwork, with almost the proper paperwork. Apparently, when there's an accident report and they impound the vehicle, the police give you, there's 3 sheets of paper. The police have the pink one, they give Paul this blue one, and the towing company gets the yellow one or something like that. So although I had permission from the owner, I have the paperwork, I don't have the police paperwork. So I couldn't go and take a picture of the motorcycle for him. So I'm going to go back to the police station and see if the police will let me go back and take a picture of the motorcycle for Paul. It's no big deal. I don't understand. I'm just taking a picture of a bike that was in a motorcycle accident. I guess the rules are the rules. Back to Newmarket. So this is the police station. York Regional Police. Obviously, I won't be able to videotape in there, so... Oh, no firearms. That's good. Alright, so, although I have the paperwork in my hand, Paul literally needs to come into the police station, get the pink slip of this, and then go to Elliott's to release his motorcycle to himself. Oh well, I tried.